Hi, lovers. Welcome to Relationships and More. We're your host, Cam.
And Jay.
And today's topic is financial issues in relationship. You're horrible.
I'm not horrible.
You're like a little kid.
You know what? First episode back when you're already calling me horrible. Look at my arm. It's so small, like on camera. And then like
It's just how you're in the camera is making it look.
Hi.
So, this one kind of brings close to home, huh? A little?
Not really, because, we not stingy, picky bitches.
But I mean, as far as financial issues are concerned, like, we kind of going through a little struggle a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like our relationship is, I mean, I don't want to say it's being tested because I know we're not really based on, like, financial status or whatever.
I'm not going to say I want to get with, regardless on what the stereotypes say, I'm not going to say I want to get with this man because he got this money and he older than me, child.
Right.
I'm going to say I want to get with this man because I want to get with this man.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that if I didn't believe that in the beginning, I know that I definitely believe that now.
Good.
So, y'all, basically...
Oh, I got my mouth farted. You heard it?
No.
My mouth like...
Ew. But basically, when we first got together, I was in, a really good financial state.
Really good. Me too.
You know,
we were going to Red Lobster.
Eating out was not an issue for us. Like, I had a job. You had a job, and basically, I was good. But, certain situations happen, and it's like, now fast forward a few months later, and we're in this situation where I'm still trying to look for a job.
Still looking good.
Thanks.
I was going to say something about you looking good. Y'all, he just got his haircut today.
Stop.
You know how the act came into the door.
I
was like, so you went and got your haircut and then
you shaking the table.
This bitch is shaking the table. Came and share reference.
But yeah, still trying to search certain things I'm trying to line up. Just like, so guys, viewers, excuse me. I actually was trying to go to what would you call it, that agency that I was supposed to go to?
99 dot.
It's like a
9 dot. It's Tyler Perry.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like I guess you'd say a casting call. I was actually supposed to go today, but cause I was trying to get clarified and everything, like.
And he is clarified. Look at him over there.
Stop. But
I'm about to make you put your phone on airplane mode.
Will you please stop coming for me?
I ain't coming for you, honey.
Dang, so disrespectful.
How am I disrespectful?
People get their industrial piercings and don't know how to.
Baby, bye. They can't even. You don't come for me. You got one more time to come for me while I got my little piercing or whatever.
Look, right in the camera. You get on my nerves.
Child. But until I get this haircut, though. Ooh.
Anyway.
I'm gonna look at the go ahead. Oh my god, I sound like I hold my language. I'll talk of this. You can go ahead.
So what really stopped it, like I was kind of a little off schedule. I was trying to make sure that I got my hair cut, but by the time I would have been like maybe 9 minutes late. So I went ahead and I texted them before I actually headed up the road, just to make sure, like, hey, I'm coming from Macon. Would it be okay if I be a little late? And thankfully, I texted when I did, because the representative responded, if you're gonna be more than 5 minutes late, you may want to think about rescheduling, because in the email they were like, hey, you want to try to arrive at least 15 minutes earlier. So because if you're late, then you're gonna have to reschedule, and I'm not trying to go all the way up there just to say, hey, guess what? You have to reschedule. Right. That's, pretty much wasting gas. So,
right.
But I ended up rescheduling it for Monday at 7, so hopefully that'll be an experience. And I'm trying to,
so I can go and look around and stuff too.
That would be cool though. I mean, well, in the email it did say limit, anyone that you're with, like your spouse or something. So I think that'd be fine, appropriate.
Oh my God.
But
From the spouse.
I cannot with you.
Check me out.
But hopefully, I mean, I'm kind of in a situation like a frame of mind. Like, if it works out, it'll be fantabulous, amazing. I'll be happy. But if it doesn't work out, then at least, I got a little experience under my belt,
Right.
So, but anyway, getting back to the topic I said all that to say, like, I'm still in between jobs, and it's kind of new for me because I don't really depend on anyone to, like, help me with my bills and stuff. So Jay has really, stepped in and really has been like a crucial, part of the process, making sure everything is getting paid in a timely manner, making sure ain't nothing getting turned off or eviction notices or anything. So for us, thankfully I met someone that is not in it for, financial stability necessarily, meaning that if we have financial stability, it's fine, but if we don't, he doesn't mind stepping up. And just on the topic, like, so with that being said, how do you feel? What's so funny?
I don't know. I just feel like it's a very serious question coming. So, like...
Well, I was just going to ask, how do you feel as far as a person that views this situation as they have certain standards that they can't break, if that makes sense? Like, if their spouse or significant other doesn't have a job, like, they can't stay in a relationship, like, do you feel that that's a wrong point of view to look at it as, or do you feel like, well, everyone is entitled to how they feel,
if they have that situation, like, I'm sorry to cut you off. Are they having a situation like how you're having, where you're still trying to find a job, or are they just sitting on their ass? Because these are different variables that can be in the relationship.
Well, let's talk about the first variable. Let's talk about if someone was in the same situation that I was in, and the spouse or significant others, I'll say they're high maintenance, and they kind of look at their spouse as the breadwinner, like, hey, my man give me my nails done, my hair did every week, I'm used to that type of, and all of a sudden it's kind of taken away. In that, do you feel that person is entitled to feel like, I don't know if I can, like, continue with this relationship right now, we need to take a break? Or, like, what are your views on that, as far as, do you feel like that person should have the right to want to take a break if they choose to, because of the standards of the maintenance and the situation that's going on? Or do you feel that that's kind of a cop-out, like, a relationship is meant, if you're going to be in this with me, even when I'm struggling, you still need to be with me?
Mm-hmm. I think that it's kind of a mix of both for me, because honestly, you do have the right to call out and, like, just be like, nah, I want to take a break on this right here. But at the same time, people say, oh my God, I want a good man, or oh my God, I want a good woman, and not willing to work with that person to build them up to being that great woman or being that great man per se. So then you run around saying, I still want a good woman, but yet you're not willing to put in the work and the hours that it takes to have that committed relationship, to have that, that bond. So it's just all in the person and how they think. I think that if you just can't take it, then you just can't take it. Maybe that's not for you, but at the same time, you do need to think about this. Starting over with someone new might be a bigger problem.
I heard it that way.
I know. I'm trying to, like, oops. Starting over with someone new might be a bigger problem, because you don't know that person. You don't know what type of financial problems that they may have. it might have been worse than what you had. And sometimes the answer lies within our faces. So sometimes you got to help people get off their feet before you can start judging them or whatever. And not everybody want to work in fast food or whatever, like, as you wait. Because fast food people, they don't get paid nothing. Like, at least when I work in fast food, child, I had full-time hours, but I was still in school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making money. Like, I actually make more money than I do at the job that I make that I'm at now. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all know. You know, I was making dang near $400, $500 on my checks or whatever, and I would be able to bank out, go to the movie shop, go to Red Lobster if I wanted to, go to Olive Garden, child. Them salads from Olive Garden be so good, child. And it just, you know, I just swapped the job because I was like, you know what, I can't do it anymore. Actually, fast food is more stress than some people can bargain for. And if you ain't ready for it, don't do it. You know, and that just brings me back to the point of the financial problem. Yeah, they have the right to say, nah, I don't want to do this, but at the same time, they need to think about it. If this was me, would I want somebody to help me get out of the hole? If this is my mama, would I want somebody to help my mama get out of the hole? Would I want somebody to help my favorite family member get out of the hole? And child, I got a brain freeze. So you just really have to go through those type of variables. You have to build a person up before you just break down and want to leave. I know I just want to like this whole tangent, but people that are smart, child, you gonna catch on.
So basically, I feel like we have similar opinions and beliefs on this topic. For me,
that's why we're together.
I feel like for me, it's like, in that question, if I were to answer that question that I just asked you, I feel like, in my opinion, it's like, at the end of the day, this whole situation should be established before you get serious. Right. As far as, you know, I should already, before we get serious, I should already lay out my cards on the table, as well as you, meaning like what I'm looking for in a relationship, my expectations. And I feel like, based on, you know, evaluating our individual expectations from one another, I feel like, you know, this situation happened. I really didn't think twice about it, as far as I knew you were still gonna, you know, be here. Right. I feel like, now, for me, if someone had already explained before things got serious, like, hey, I'm high maintenance, you know, I got my own money, but I expect this from you. I expect this, this, and this from you if you really trying to take it there with me. You know, I'm high maintenance. I expect you to be the man of the house, or the whatever of the house. You know, you supposed to pay everything like this. You know, my money is my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a individual was already on those expectations before it got serious, and then something like this happened, I can kind of see where that person, you know, is coming from. If they may be like, look, we got to take a break until you get your stuff together, because I can't deal with this. You know,
I kind of understand that, but like at the same time, I can't understand it, because it's like, why would you not want to help this person get back on their feet and say, that's a good man right there. I got him back up on his feet, and we still together. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing, after you get past, I want this out of the relationship, as far as materialistic things. Because, child, when you dead and gone, that's not even going to matter anymore. Right. So, like, when you get past that, then there's nothing else that's going to, like, stop you from, child, them hoes calling it. But there's nothing else that's going to stop you from doing what you gotta do.
Right.
Like,
no, I completely agree with that. I mean, like I said, I understand what a person would be coming from if they feel like you need to get yourself together before we can continue. I'm saying I understand where they're coming from. Now, do I necessarily agree with it? No, because for me, I
understand it, but I can't understand it at the same time.
I understand it, but I don't agree with it. If that makes sense.
Right.
Like, I understand, hey, well, technically they told you from the gate what their expectations were and what they can and can't take. But for me personally, I don't agree with it because for me, my values on relationships are very strong. I really value a relationship, and that's why it took me a minute to establish, like, hey, me and you together, it's love, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because it's deeper than just saying, hey, we're a couple, you know, hey, everybody, we're you know what I'm saying? For me, it's really, are you gonna be there for me when I'm struggling, when I'm down? If I feel some type of way, like, can I come to you when I can't come to anyone else? When I feel embarrassed to even say certain things out loud, I can still come to you. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, and you can't do that with everyone. So for me, in a relationship, this is a person that you spending your time with, you spending your money on, you spend it like you're allowing them in your dwelling, you know, in your environment. So it's like, for me, I just feel like if I'm allowing all of this and you're allowing all of this, why wouldn't we help each other?
Right.
Because at the end of the day,
because you can't go through a relationship putting 50-50. It got to be 100-100.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I can definitely agree with that.
It definitely does take two to tango.
Right. It takes two wholes and not two halves.
Exactly.
I definitely can agree with that. So, definitely, anyone that feels the same way we do, that's
right.
a
Because I
great
don't
thing.
understand how you could go through a relationship and say, I don't want to spend my own money. Like, I have a friend, child, I'm going to bust you out, girl. I ain't going to say your real name.
Please don't.
We just going to call her
Money Mike.
We going to call her Mason, child.
Money Mike.
We going to call her Mason, child. I have a friend named Mason. She was like, at the time she working at Burger King or whatever, and her boyfriend had just got a job or whatever. And then she was like, yeah, we got this baby on the way, blah, blah, blah. I said, good, so both of y'all gonna be putting money down? And I was like, nah, he going to work to make our money. I said, oh, okay, so both of y'all keep y'all money together. She was like, no, his money, my money too. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, I just don't understand that. How can you I'm not giving my whole fucking paycheck to nobody, bitch. Child, you see how ratchet I just got just then? Yeah. I ain't giving my whole check to nobody. I don't care if I was a straight man, bisexual man, gay man, I am. But, like, I can't see myself giving my whole check to somebody. Like, I've gone to work, I've slaved, I put up with the bullshit to make my money, only to give my whole check to somebody else after I finish paying all my majority bills. Like, all my major bills.
So, to elaborate on that, you mean you are not a person that's going to slave all day and give your check to your spouse just to give it, just so they can have some spending money to themselves. Right. You're not saying, like, in our situation.
And then they still get to have their check.
Right.
So they can waste their shit on whatever.
Right. Like, I get you.
Every bill, child, cut them fucking bills in half, or all of the stuff you use the most of, you pay that, and have the other person pay. You know what I'm saying? It's just fair. It's fairness in the relationship.
I mean,
it's not always about the gender norms of a relationship. Somebody got to be the man. Somebody got to be the woman of the house. And it's just like...
But then that gets a little tricky, too, because then you do have people that do believe, like, in heterosexual relationships, like, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Now, for me, I feel like if you want to spoil your wife, your girlfriend, what have you, that's fine. But, like, for me, I feel like it becomes an issue when something like my situation happens and she's like, bye, I can't deal with this.
Right.
I need me a man that's going to take care of me. I got needs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's
the
not...
wedding and stuff like that. It's like, for better or worse.
For
sickness and in health.
For
blah, blah, blah. Like, child.
But people don't... we live in and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, you know, forgive me if I'm disrespecting anyone, but I will say nowadays the vows are people treat them
Trash.
right. People treat them like BS. Like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's like, I mean, I even give an example. I'm not going into depth, but my parents, Lord willing, January the 8th, they'll be celebrating the 37th wedding anniversary.
Hallelujah.
Right, but like, my mom is a girly girl. Like, she expects a certain. She has a certain expectation of my dad, but at the same time, she understands, like, at the end of the day, that's my husband, and we are a unit.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm gonna go every day, do what I need to do. I'm gonna work, make this money so we can take care of the house.
Right.
You know, now don't get me wrong, she does have a certain expectation of my dad as a man. Like, you know, hey, you need to have this portion. Your portion may be a little bigger, but at the end of the day, there's so much love there that she's not gonna just exit out on my dad because of a financial struggle or a financial situation. And for
you
that,
can't pay it. You just can't pay it.
Right, but at the end of the day, like, I respect them so much for that because it's taught me how to not be selfish. It's taught me because just think if I was in this whole mindset of, you know, I'm the man, that's it, I got to take care of everything, that's it. But then this situation happened to me, how, like, there's no telling how I would even respond to it. You know, even now, you knew when this first happened, I kind of struggled a little bit trying to transition for you, allowing you to help. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's like, with this whole situation, it's really taught me, you know, it's not about feeling like, oh, I know I'm going to have to owe this person, or I don't want any help because I don't want no one to ever say, you know, remember when I did such and such for you? Remember when I paid that bill? Remember you know what I'm saying? Like, that has kind of been an issue for me, is I didn't want anyone to ever bring up the time that they helped me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, in a negative aspect, like, you should do everything you can for me because I did this, and this. And that kind of made me feel like, I don't really want to ask for help because I don't have time for feeling like I owe them anything.
You gotta take me to Red Lobster
right.
3 times. And Olive Garden.
Right.
Look, nah, I just can't see myself doing
if I were petty, now I would have said, now all them times I done took you out, nah. I know you
I can't even talk because I literally was in the same situation you was for like 3, 4, 5 months trying to find a good job, like close by. Like, close by is the issue. Right. It's like if you don't have a car, then it's like, okay, that job down the drain. Okay, let me find another one. Right. It's just like it's so many variables that come into that. So it's just like I can't understand why people act like that. But that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, but for me, I will say I've learned a lot out of this. I mean, I told you again, I haven't been in a relationship as dynamic as what we have, if that makes sense. As far as no, I'm serious.
Look at me looking at the camera did y'all hear that?
I'm serious. As far as, I'm not gonna downplay any of my relationships I've been in because I've had good times, I've had not so good times. I've learned from them, from those experiences, but this one is just different for me because, like, I trust that, for instance, when you get paid, I know that I don't have to feel some type of way like, well, I want to ask him for something, or I may want to, like, I want to ask, babe, can we go out to eat or do something, but I don't want him to jump up at me like, nigga, this is my money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to worry about those
as long
feelings
as the
with
bill's
you.
paid, I don't be giving a damn.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I can trust that pretty much what we bring to the table is us.
Right.
It's not just you or just me, it's us. So, you know, it is very reassuring, and I mean, I said it already, but I'll say it again. I really thank you. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? I'm
there you go.
Cause you don't understand that you could have easily just said, Cam, I can't do this right now. Like, I'm trying to get myself together. I want to do certain things. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like,
that's not the first time I've been put in a dilemma where I had to help somebody out. So like, I've always had that situation with my mom. Well,
but that's
I've
your
always had
mom.
to be like, all right, Mom, let me give you some of my money. But still, though, it's just like, I know I have to pay her back for all that gas and all of that everything of her whole entire life.
But that's what
she done for me. So it's just like, I have to do for you now that you've asked.
But that's the thing, like, as far as, I mean, I see where you coming from as far as the individual situation itself, but I feel like your mom is all the way up here, and I'm, like, right here in the middle, like, and I just feel like there's no comparison from, like, your mom to me. So what I'm saying is, you could have said, like, you know, Cam, I got other stuff I gotta take care of. I can't do this, you know, legit.
I ain't that type of person. But it's always, I take care of business where I live first. And then, if everything's straight where I live at first, then I move on to everything else.
Right.
Because I gotta make sure I'm taken care of first before I can take care of anybody else. And that's no tea, no shade, but it's just like, I have to take care of me first before I can worry about. It's just like, I can't worry about Cam health all the time if I'm over here droopy eyed and all type of shit like that, ass sagging down to the floor.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
300 pounds.
That's definitely not gonna ever happen.
My 600 pounds like TLC.
No.
See, that's what I be talking about. No.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I again appreciate, you know, you really just being here and not just financially helping and assisting, but just like connecting with me spiritually and my mental, you know, really sitting down and hearing me when I talk instead of looking at me crazy like, this nigga crazy. I can't do this. Like, you ain't, you know, it's like there's some people that are not as evolved in their way of thinking as you are. And it's so crazy because some of those people are like a decade older than you. So I'm just saying, I'm just using. I'm sorry, I'm using you, but
okay.
I'm using you as an example to say it's really serious as far as I really feel like for those of you who may be going through that struggle of, you know, trying to gain financial stability again or trying to gain it, period, or have gone through that and may have made a choice of, you know, cutting ties with, you know, someone you was in a relationship with because you felt like, well, they need to get it together. You know, I'm here to attest that, you know, you may want to think twice about it because that person could be like like if you just hold on, you never know what that person can be capable of. You let them go, they can end up making $30 million.
Right. It's just like that movie Acrimony.
Get out of my head.
You get out of my head.
Get out of my head, because I swear I was thinking that.
About that movie Acrimony.
The only difference.
Watch it.
Yes, you do have
trash. He was a trash man.
That's the only difference.
Because he seen her struggling and didn't want to help. These are different variables.
Right.
Like, I seen what he was working on, but it's just like, he's asking, and he's not wanting to put nothing into it. Sorry for the tripod.
But it's so crazy. The only reason why I didn't bring it up because it was a different situation.
But it's
it's similar.
thing.
It's similar, but it's different. It's the same thing as far as the financial struggle, but it's different because the guy he expected her to put all of her hard-earned money in not bills, but in his invention.
Right.
I just need a little more time. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. Now, for me, yeah, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. But I'm not just sitting, not doing anything or expect you to put all your money into equipment for my music or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like the similarity, the moral for me, the part that I'm trying to take from that movie is the fact that had she held on a little while longer,
but that still wasn't her fault though.
Right, exactly.
Because at the end of the day, he still ended up being unfaithful, and she still ended up spending so much money on him. She did. And everything he said that he would give her, he gave somebody else that he barely even.
Now that I don't.
That was the same girl.
Exactly. Now that I don't agree with, but I feel like it's his fault as well as hers because she knew what she was doing too, the little hoe. But excuse me, I just felt some type of way because it's just like you really do have people out there who are like that for real that feel like that the ball is in their court, oh yeah, I can help you, but what you gonna do for me, that type of stuff.
You gonna eat this
and
box?
It's like so it's like that. In that part of the movie, I definitely disagreed with. You could have gave her a different ring. You could have did something else for her. But the exact things that you said that you were going to give your first wife, you gave all. I feel like that wasn't
and they
authentic.
Married so quick. Like
that wasn't
so
authentic.
Disgusting.
That wasn't authentic to me at all.
Honestly,
but
I seen why she got mad.
I would have gotten angry
you put
too.
me through this financial problem. You took advantage of me at my mama funeral.
And not only that, but that's the thing. My mom is dead and gone, and basically this house is all I have in her memory. And she left me this along with money. And not only did you wipe me out, but you making me put my mama's house up.
And she did.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that, no, definitely don't agree with it. But again, like, it just really makes you really dive deep into how much you really love a person, what you're willing to do, what you're willing to sacrifice. And I feel like nowadays, I mean, infidelity is a struggle. Infidelity is a
literally less.
Right. Like infidelity, that is a struggle in humanity. In us as humans,
for people,
but I feel
I must take that. You need to take that back because.
Well, when I say me saying humanity, that I'm not saying every human does it, but I'm just saying that's a struggle in our society. But I will say financial stability is right up there for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I feel like just like infidelity tests your love for that individual, if you really gonna stay in it or not, I feel like so does financial stability. Like if that person lost everything, would you still love them enough? Like, babe, it's okay, we gonna make it, we gonna get through this. I got you, you got me. Let's try to do what we can to help each other. Even if that means like every day, did you apply for a job? Did you work on this? Did you work on that? Like, how did the job search come in? Like, you know what I mean? Stuff to what's the word encourage. At the end of the day, like, Jay should not have to feel any type of way with asking me those type of questions. He shouldn't feel like he has to walk on eggshells. Babe, did you apply for a job today? Or, did you do anything productive with your day? You know what I mean? Like, some relationships, it's like that. They don't have those type of conversations because they feel like, well, I don't want to push any buttons, or he already seems like out of it, so I don't want to.
They already mad. It's like, well, how long can you stay mad? Because this is a really important question because I can help you if that's the issue. Like, who's to say I haven't already been through your issue and I have a job somewhere that I know that you can get. It's just like, you can't be too quick to say nah.
Right. Right. I agree totally 110%. And on top of that, it's like you want to have that type of dynamic with your spouse or your significant other that you can, you can freely speak without feeling uncomfortable. I feel like our communication skills are like definitely lit for me, because even the little stuff that may make us upset or whatever, it's like we don't feel like, well, I better not say that because I don't want to start an argument or he gonna do this or feel like this. Like, we really can just be open with each other. And y'all, I'm telling you, I've been in situations where I feel like I can't, completely be open, and I feel like it could have been one of the reasons why I'm not with those individuals now.
I was like, he ain't finna be talking about me because he didn't give me the answer. I would have just read his mind. He'll be okay. You're welcome.
No, thank you. But anyway, but shut up.
You're
but
welcome.
Like, it's like,
you're welcome, Brittany.
Will you let me talk? It's like at the end of the day, it's been a struggle. I've been feeling some type of way because I'm not used to not having a job since I've been working, but you make me feel better in a way of like, babe, you got this. You're okay. I know you trying to work towards doing what you need to do to obtain a job or to do what you need to do to regain that financial stability again. So, it's good. I feel like we good. But I'm not talking to you. Shut up. Oh,
You feel like you're good?
Stop. We get on with the podcast. With the podcast. With the podcast. Yes. You want skis?
What?
Nothing.
But yeah, as I said before, viewers, like, if you're in a relationship, really think about it. Like, when it's a financial issue, you feel like, even when it's a situation where you feel like you trying to stay, but then that negative energy tries to come in and presents you with an individual that has everything financially together and may, get you in that persuasive type of, situation. Like, man, I'm trying to stay, but it just seems like the more I try to stay, the more over here it seems all brighter and all good and stuff. So just before you make those decisions to leave and to just say I can't do it anymore and, just completely just, that's it, really think about it.
Sometimes it's the right thing to do, and sometimes it's the wrong thing to do.
Right.
Which only the wise can tell.
Right. And also ask yourself the question, like, is your relationship solely built on finances, on financial stability? I mean, when you really think about it, why you looking like that?
That's tea.
I'm just saying, just really think about it. Like, if you answer that question, yes, my relationship is solely based on financial stability, you may want to think about it and reevaluate the situation.
You might want to reevaluate yourself, child. Reevaluate yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
because if the only thing you care about is money, honey, how can you love somebody?
Exactly.
You can't even love yourself if the only thing you care about is money, because you probably care about the money most.
And you would do anything for it.
Exactly.
Yep. You're absolutely right. You just really need to reevaluate.
Pornhub somewhere.
Really evaluate the situation if you feel like your relationship is solely based on financial stability. I mean, we all want it. We all want to have money. We want to be able to provide and live luxuriously and, live our best life and everything. But for me, love isn't really based on that for me, because you can have money and still be alone and still long for that love.
Look at Romeo and Juliet. They ain't had no money and they still was together. Well, they families had money, but them hoes ain't had no money.
Yeah. And it's just when you meet an individual and you can see beyond the money, like even though you understand that you need money to survive, to eat, you know, what have you, but when you can see past the money and you can really like almost look into each other's souls, like that's deep for me. I don't know about you, but that's deep.
We can sit here and talk for hours and hours and hours.
Or like with certain things, like we kind of so in tune with each other that we kind of can see what each other's thinking. Just like the Acrimony movie. I swear I was thinking that, but I just didn't say it because I was finna bring that up too. I don't like you.
Today I was listening to Sugar Daddy by Naya.
And I was just about to bring that up. Like the whole day, even when I wasn't listening to it, when it first came on,
thought about it. My sugar daddy took me out.
Like it kept playing in my head. I opened the door and this boy sitting here listening to it, dancing to it and everything. I'm just like, that is so crazy.
We're connected.
We really are. Like, that is crazy.
Connection. Back for free.
I can't with you.
Challenge and messing with my hair for no reason.
You got that little twist.
I know. Good thing they can't see it on camera. Dang, you showed it.
Sorry.
They can't see it.
But
they can
wow.
see it. This is gonna be edited. Let me take that out.
But
Frederick Douglass. I look like Juicy when she has.
Oh, that is so mean.
I was just playing with her.
But yeah, like having this type of connection, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this may end up going into another subject, like another episode, but like I just feel like
another episode. I wonder what it's gonna be about.
I mean, well, basically just about how I feel like I want to. I guess we'll just wait to the next episode for y'all to find out. But yeah,
actually,
like
we can drop a hint at the end of the.
Okay,
yeah,
that's cool with me. But yeah, like again, if y'all feel like you can't go on or it's just frustrating, you don't know how you're gonna, continue to survive and everything. Even it's even harder when kids are involved. Because you feel like, I want to do what's best for my kids, right? Mm-hmm. You want to, even though you feel like your kids deserve a mother and a father, but you still want to be there for your children financially. You want to be able to clothe them, bathe them, feed them, provide things, for school and everything. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a lot of variables, like you said, and you have to evaluate each individual variable, and you have to figure out what works best.
It's like a Black Friday sale. You can only get let me say it correctly before I mess it up. You can only get what you come in time for and what you pay for.
I like that.
Thank you. I just came up with it.
It's true.
That is true. You can only get what you come in time for and what you paid for.
And at the end of the day, you can't come in it, well, I only got enough time for this, I just want to grab everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to really, what is most important. Even if you go to that Black Friday sale and get one thing that is worth millions is better than getting a million things that's worth this. Mm-hmm. So I see where you're coming from. So you really got to, we really do have to evaluate everything. We really have to, feel like, is this situation worth my time? If it is it worth my love? And if it is, what I'm going to do to maintain? So yeah.
And what was that next episode gonna be leaked into? Look, this is Should that just be
I feel like it should
a spoiler? Spoiler alert!
Right. Just
skip ahead 10 seconds.
Just kind of, just the kind of like what is a relationship? Like, what do you consider relationships? Like, what makes
the ones that aren't open?
And back to this episode.
Let me stop playing for somebody to be like, I have 2 boyfriends and 3 girlfriends. Leave me alone.
We gonna get on that. We're gonna get on that next episode. We're definitely getting on that one. But yeah, baby, you have anything else to say that you want to add to it?
I really want to say we're gonna be stirring the pot. Stirring the pot. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt and I'm gonna trademark it, so y'all better not steal it.
And it's like sometimes you go through it and you're like, what does this mean?
You haven't seen that meme before?
No.
I'll show it to you. You said everything you want to say?
I mean, basically, now I'm just repeating stuff, like, again.
I'm just making sure, because maybe, you might have a last minute thing. I haven't repeated anything since.
I mean, again, love is a powerful thing. It's up to us how we want to show that love to each other. Sometimes it can be hidden because of what we feel like we need financially in our lives, and it can sometimes be broken and lost. But y'all have to, we all, not just y'all, but we all have to really sit down and really figure out what our values are, in the relationship. The love, is it strong enough that I can be with you when you broken and done? You feel like there's nothing else, and vice versa. So that's pretty much all I have. I mean, just I don't, if someone expectations is a certain expectations financially in the beginning, and it was explained in the beginning, I see where you coming from as your way of thinking when you feel like you need to let that person go till they get themselves together. However, me personally, in my opinion, I just don't necessarily agree with that because of how I was brought up, how I saw my mom and my dad, and how I am in my own relationship. So, yeah.
Period. Pooh.
Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, that is it. And you did it all in that short range of time. 47 minutes, you guys. Give us a round of applause.
Right. Because we always go over. Right. But we have a lot to talk about. I mean, I feel like it's very interesting. I feel like we give, good feedback, good advice and everything. So definitely with that being said, viewers, listeners, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Jay.
Please like, subscribe, listen, share, comment.
All of my parts. I'm living for it though.
Our YouTube channel is The Jam Couple. We do also have Jam Couple. That's THE, The Jam Couple, right? THEJAMCOUPLE exclamation mark. And we do have our own individual channels. Mine is Cameron Hunt. I mean, like my name, obviously.
Jay's Rainbow. Not like my name, but it is.
Yeah, so...
and we on here.
Yeah.
We on... we on YouTube.
Right.
Spotify. Anchor. Google Podcasts.
I believe.
And Radio Podcast.
I believe so, yeah.
It's going to be in the description on our YouTube channel, which is The Jam Couple exclamation point.
Right.
And this exclamation point has always been that we just don't advertise it because it's like, you can throw them to
Yeah.
We the only Jam Couple anyway.
Right, yeah. So definitely like, subscribe, comment. Also, check us out on our social media. I don't think that we kind of brought up our social media, But definitely,
we haven't done like anything like as far as the Instagram, Facebook page, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but definitely if you all kind of like want to get a little more intimate with us as far as like our individual pages or anything like that, you know what we kind of do, the individually, like, I mean, it's not necessarily on my Instagram, but like my Facebook, I am trying to get more into trying to put my music out there. So like if you want to just see what it's about, you can go on my Facebook page, Cameron Hunt. That, again, it's kind of dull, but it's my name. So my Instagram account.
You heard what I said?
I'm not listening to you.
I don't care.
But definitely, viewers and listeners, again, thank you all so much for tuning in. And hopefully in a few days or maybe less, we'll have another episode for you. So
that is not up to me. It is up to him.
It is up to us.
And with that being said,
all right, y'all. Lovers, be safe. Y'all take care. And thanks again. Bye.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.